Nice.
No test flights today. Look out. This is an interesting storm. We've had stronger, but we haven't had wetter this year. There's no question about that. This thing has got some juice, and because it does, we have winter storm warnings all across the northern mountains included in this, out towards, say, Farmington and areas around Silver City. Now, we'll have your snow amounts here in just a few minutes. Let's get through all the warnings first. I separated out all the screens because I think it's just easier to read. Blizzard warnings here in the East Mountains, and this, again, has more to do with tonight and tomorrow's winds, which are really going to crank up, especially tomorrow. So we're going to get 3 to 6 inches, I think, is a possibility in the East Mountains, but when you combine 45, 50-mile-an-hour winds with that, that's why there's a blizzard warning there and across the northern portions of the Gila as well. Very, very gusty winds along with that 3 to 6, 3 to 7 inches of snow. So the snow amounts aren't sky high in these particular areas, but the wind is going to be a major problem. Winter weather advisory for the metro area south of Santa Fe. Santa Fe is in the winter storm warning, but the Albuquerque area, a few inches of snow, definitely a possibility, maybe a little bit more coming up for the foothills, and as you get up along the I-25 corridor as well, winter weather advisory there. High wind warning all across southern New Mexico and out into east central sections of the state. The Guadalupe Pass tomorrow, we could see winds over 100 miles an hour. Meanwhile, everybody else looking at wind gusts around 65 miles an hour by tomorrow afternoon. So dangerous winds out there, no question about that. As far as the moisture goes, it's already increasing along the I-40 corridor right now from the East Mountains out toward Tucumcari, Albuquerque area. We're getting some scattered showers with some mountain snows in the mix as well. Across the northern mountains, some steady snows up around and north of Santa Fe and up into the Sangre de Cristos, southern San Juans as well. A lot of times you got to shoot your radar beam over these mountains, though, when we miss a lot of the snow here. So at times it looks like there's a lot of hole in the snow coverage, and that's not necessarily the case. We're getting some pretty good reports of snow up there, over 10 inches outside Chama, and a pretty good line of expanding snows in northern Catron County at this point, up into Cibola County, and, of course, eventually working their way into McKinley County overnight tonight, because there's a tremendous amount of moisture well to our west, and the core of that storm is going to come roaring in our direction over the next 24 hours. It'll pass just to our north, so that's why the northern mountains are really going to be the favored area to pick up most of the snow. However, the southern part of the state, not out of the mix weather-wise. You guys get the jet stream over you, and that's why you get such strong winds out there. When the jet sits over you, those winds go from high to low, and they end up just roaring through the southern part of the state for tomorrow and even out into the East Mountains. Now, in the Albuquerque area, if we're going to see snow, it's going to be with this cold front coming through early tomorrow morning. So I do think around 3, 4 a.m. through about 8 a.m., that's our bullseye time to pick up a few inches of snow. And, yes, that could make roads very, very tricky as we head into the morning commute. Here's a look at that snowfall forecast for you across the north. Well, some impressive numbers, no question. Up around Wolf Creek, where they make snow for a living, 24 to 36 inches, 1 to 2 feet possible outside Chama. Durango, 8 to 12, 3 to 6 around Farmington. Albuquerque, an inch up to 3 or maybe 4. Santa Fe, 3 to 6 inches will be a possibility. East slopes of the Sangres, not as much snow, but still a pretty good snowmaker. 2 to 4 inches around Cloudcroft, 1 to 4 Silver City, 4 to 8 in Reserve, along with those very, very gusty winds. So overall, pretty good snowmaker. And again, East Mountains, very gusty winds, and of course the possibility of 3 to 6 inches of snow. 33 right now, Santa Fe, 42 Albuquerque, and 30s, 40s, and 50s across the south. Let's go region by region for you for tomorrow. Increasing snows tonight and tomorrow across the northwest with that winter storm warning. And as you get over to the northeast, Red River, Taos, Angel Fire all get their share of snow. A few inches possible around Raton and Las Vegas as well. Back toward the south and west, very gusty in areas like the Gila with a lot of snow. East Mountains, of course, will get most of the wind, and across the southeast, we'll see quite a bit of wind here as well. Some snow showers possible across southeastern New Mexico, but the wind will be the big story. East Mountains, of course, that blizzard warning continues through tomorrow and out toward Moriarty as well. Here in the Albuquerque area, we're going to see that possibility of a few inches of snow and that winter weather advisory with a high tomorrow of just 40. But again, it all happens in the morning. By the afternoon, things start to calm down. Santa Fe looking at snow, and then things quieter by tomorrow afternoon. Here in the metro area, look out. Early tomorrow morning, and then things will start to calm down for us.
Big storm.
It's a big one.
All right. Thank you, Mark. Sports is next.